first thing we got to ask ourselves, the first thing we want to go into, if we're gonna lead in a time of change, reformation, and rebuilding, is we got to ask ourselves the question: can you let go of past experiences? It's going to get good here because I've never talked about this ever in my speaking career, and for whatever reason, I was inspired to talk about it today. It's going to get good, man. So the first question we got to ask ourselves is: can you let go of past experiences? If we're going to change, if we're going to rebuild, if there's going to be reformation, then there's going to be some stuff we're going to have to get rid of. And getting rid of some past things is not just negative. There's some positive things we're going to have to get rid of. Because there's certain things that got you to this level that won't get you to the next level. And a lot of times when we deal with past and we deal with past experiences, we always think about the negative experiences. We think about the failure. We think about abuse and a variety of other issues that really can affect our growth and affect us from becoming who we're destined to become. And again, you got to get rid of some of that stuff. If someone says something negative, got to get rid of it. If someone said you'll never amount to nothing, got to get rid of it. If someone said you're going to be a failure, get rid of it. If the haters are talking loud right now, get rid of it. But in addition to that, there's some good things that have got you to this point. There's some things you've done that have got you to this point. There's some friends that have got you to this point. But in order for you to go to the next level, you're going to have to change some people that you talk to. You're going to have to change some of your conversation. Some of the things that got you here may not get you to that future dream in the future. Some of the knowledge that got you here may not get you to that position that you have in your future. And so as leaders in a time of change, in a time of reformation, and in a time of rebuilding, we have to be able not only to let go of the bad, but let go of the good. Someone said it good. Good. And this is why T.D. Jakes, he was on Oprah Life Class, and he said, and I quote, very powerful quote, he says, when people hold on to the toughest moments of their past, they are shortchanging their future. He says, when we hold on to past challenges and experiences and fears and just things that didn't work out the way that we wanted them to work out. Maybe it's forgiveness. Maybe I got to forgive someone. Maybe I got to let something go. I don't know what it is, but if we don't get rid of those past experiences, he says it destroys our future. Because the very person that did you wrong may come in another form of someone that's similar to that person, but is not that person. You know, it's amazing to me that a lot of times we allow our hurt and our mistakes, watch this, and our fears and past failures stop us from doing stuff again. If Thomas Edison had the concept that because I failed once, I'm never going to do it again, then we would have light bulbs today. If Steve Jobs had the concept that because I got fired from my job, I'm going to give up on my dreams, we wouldn't have Apple today. If Michael Jordan had the concept that because I got cut from my sophomore basketball team, I'm going to stop playing basketball, he would have never done what he did. And so in essence, we got to be able to get rid of the negative past. And in reality, the negative past and the negative situations are actually a setup for something better. You got to always remember, failure is a preparation for success. Watch this. And rejection is actually direction to something better. So the fact that something went wrong means that there's something better that I got to get ready for. So instead of focusing on my past, let me get ready for the new thing. Kristen Kane says this. She says, sometimes you have to let go of the things that worked in the past in order to progress to the next level. Maybe there was some stuff I learned from my parents that won't work in the 21st century. Maybe I'm part of a cultural organization that was very successful in the 60s, but in the 21st century, that type of style and strategy doesn't work no more. See, the thing we got to be aware of is we got to be aware that as culture changes, as society changes, as we grow and as we develop, you have to be flexible, and there's some moments you got to get rid of not only the bad, but the things that got you to where you are at. I'll never forget in my life, I'll never forget this. This is me at the University of Akron, and I'm speaking before 4,000 people. 4,000 people this year, and I'm doing an orientation on healthy relationships. And over the past 2 years, my entire speaking business has literally doubled and quadrupled, and it's just been absolutely incredible. But I'll never forget there was a point where I used to be a part of this college, and I used to teach every single night, and I just loved this. Loved it. It was like, it was like going to Disneyland or something. I loved talking in this class. And I'll never forget, my schedule started to get busy, and the director was like, Josh, we're going to have to let you go. And I was just upset. It's like, no. It's like, no, I just feel in my heart that, I just feel in my heart. I'm like, who are you listening to? But he said, I feel in my heart to let you go. And at the point, I was really bothered because, this is the place, this is the greatness. Again, although it's not big, it's still incredible. We got to be careful that we don't take the small things for granted. The small family, the friends, the experiences. That stuff was good to me. But he said, it's time for you to go. So I was hurt, and I was upset, and I was mad. I really was mad. But as I look back 2 years, every time I did that class, I discovered my schedule was too booked for me to do it anyways. So in essence, I had to let it go, because if I didn't let it go, I didn't open myself up to what I was really going after in the first place. It was just a place to prepare me for where I was going. And so at some point, I'm hitting someone's Kool-Aid right now. At some point, when I'm in the preparation stage, I got to let it go because there's something greater for me. But sometimes to go from the preparation to true destiny, it requires me to be uncomfortable. And it's easier to be in comfortability than it is to be in something uncomfortable. And it's why Jim Collins says in his quote that I said, he said, good is an enemy of great. Why? Because in order to go from good to great, it requires uncomfortability. And it's more comfortable to stay in the good spot than to go in uncomfortability and go after the great spot. And so the question becomes, what are you looking at? Do you want good or do you want great? Because if I want great, then I'm going to have to let go of some stuff that's comfortable, that's good, that's wonderful. I'm going to have to let it go because the good is preparing me for the great. So in essence, I really need to go back and hug that person that had the courage to tell me your time is up. Because if he never did that, then I may have never left. And if I never left, I may have not experienced what I'm experiencing today. So, sometimes you gotta love your haters. Sometimes that person that made you get out your comfort zone, you gotta love them. Because what they are doing is they're pushing you into your destiny. And you got to be careful. Don't get caught up in the preparation and miss the destiny. Don't get caught up in the comfortable and miss the greatness. Because I'm telling you today, I feel so inspired. I'm telling you today, greatness is in front of you. Greatness is ahead of you. But if you're going to experience greatness, if you're going to be an effective leader of the 21st century, at some point, you're going to have to get rid of your past hurts. And you're going to have to get rid of some things that were good, but they're not great.